Evan Michael Show, the capital cities only, the capital regions only, Michigan's only variety show celebrating the performing arts, where we truly prove that variety is the spice of life and television. John Dale Smith.
Evan.
Good to see you. The world-class city band, ladies and gentlemen. They do an amazing job, and I can't believe it. On our final episode of the season, 10 episodes, what a run we've had, the majority of it right here at the beautiful and award-winning Peppermint Creek Theater Company. In fact, one of their productions just got done, and we're getting to use their set. Slightly different type of show than Clyburn Park, the Evan Michael Show. A little bit, just, you know, a few minor plot details, right?
Why don't you tell the audience some of the highlights of our 10th season?
Our 10th season.
Our 10th
episode. I know, the first 9, we didn't air. It took us a while to warm them up for a while. But it's been an amazing season. We started off, almost 6 months ago, we did a Broadway show. We had on a former Tony nominee who performed in Phantom of the Opera. We brought on some up-and-coming kids who are now in LA, New York, pursuing performing arts careers. So excited for that. From there, we transitioned to many people who come to the state, who come to Lansing to play in all of our festivals, Jazz Fest, Blues Fest, Mosaic Fest. And we even had the President of the United States on the show. Remember that, Barack Obama?
I don't remember that at all.
Well, he was edited it. He wasn't technically on the show.
Okay.
It was a post-production edit, but when he was on campus for the signing of the Farm Bill. So it's been an amazing season filled with many, many ups, a few fall downs in honor of Dick Van Dyke.
And lowlights.
And lowlights. Highlights and lowlights. I look best in lowlights, as I found out all season long. Lowlights look very good on me. But one of the other big accomplishments that we had for the Evan Michael Show, we were recognized in the Top of the Town Awards, but not in the category that I was thinking, John Dale Smith.
What was that category?
It was the Best Comedian category.
And we all know why.
Well, it's, they put my name in there, but it really is Mr. John Dale Smith who should have been in.
I do the setup. I do the lobs for you.
That's right. I'm not a good baseball player at all, but the way this man pitches softball, yeah, I knocked it out of the park. But we were thinking, about what it would be like, a newsman in the morning who can sometimes be a comedian at night. How about having a comedian who was on the news? I think that would be a very entertaining morning.
How could we do that?
Like, for example, if Jerry Seinfeld was a news anchor, wouldn't that be great? Everybody, you wake up, the morning news theme comes in. This just in at the Capitol, the Tea Party rallying downtown by the Capitol. And what's the deal with the Tea Party anyway? Why do they call themselves that? There's no British, there's no Harvard, there's no tea. How about the anti-government party, the no taxes party, the protest party? But the Tea Party doesn't make any sense. In fact, I was downtown, saw a member of the Tea Party at Digby ordering coffee. Ordering coffee. How can you be in the Tea Party and order coffee? That goes against all the principles of the Tea Party. In fact, you know what his order was? I'll have it black with sugar and a liberal dose of cream. In fact, let's quickly go down to our correspondent live at the Capitol covering the protest, Mr. Cosmo Kramer. Kramer, tell us a little bit about what's going on. Jerry, you're not going to believe it. So I'm down there at the Capitol covering this Tea Party protest, with my microphone, and all of a sudden this CATA bus comes in, Jerry. They're busting in, the people on the CATA bus, they're rallying the protest, I get down to the steps, and they're carrying signs here, they're marching with their signs, going, hey, Tea Party, come on, the Tea Party, they're marching with the signs, and I'm trying to do my report, Jerry, I'm trying to look up for the lights into the camera, and all of a sudden one of the guys with the Tea Party, he bumps into me, and I go, right down, Jerry, right down, he next me right now, so I get back up, and I'm trying to find who it is, and I can't find a member of the Tea Party, but this guy drives my shoulder, and I turn around, and I clock him, Jerry, and I knocked him out. Well, Kramer, who was it? The governor. The governor, you punched the governor, Kramer, why would you hit the governor? Well, Jerry, what was I supposed to do? Well, what happened after that? Well, the governor grabbed me by the collar, Jerry, pulls me back, and we get into the fisticuffs. We get into the fisticuffs in front of the Capitol, listen, the governor hits me there, and I'm right down again. Kramer, the governor knocked you down. Well, of course he did, Jerry. He's one tough nerve. Yeah! That's all this morning. And we definitely want to keep your energy up. On the show today, we talked about the CATA Acts of Culture. We'll feature them. We have Mike Scory and Dial Dixie, and a special guest from the Grand American Fish Rodeo. Stay tuned. We here on the Evan Michael Show want all of you out there watching and all of you in the audience to have a grand grand day. John Dale Smith, have a grand day.
Thank you, Evan. I think I'll do that.
I think you should. And I think we all will, all summer long, when you realize why this popular phrase is trending, both in the spoken tongue and the Twitterverse. The Twitterverse, that's right, online is trending in Lansing, mid-Michigan, and throughout the state. Have a grand day. And our next guest is going to tell us why. He's the owner of Message Makers in Old Town, the president of MICA, the Michigan Institute for Contemporary Art, and the founder and organizer of the first annual Grand American Fish Rodeo. Let's welcome on Mr. Terry Terry! Could be the start of something big. It was almost as if you played that for a reason, John Dale Smith.
It's appropriate, I think, for what he wants to do.
It is very appropriate. This will be the start of something big, Mr. Terry Terry. The Grand American Fish Rodeo. Have a grand day. Tell us a little bit about this idea, this major event, and why we picked here in Lansing.
Well, you know, Fish Rodeo puts a smile on your face. Anybody that we say Fish Rodeo to
How can you not?
smiles and
Fish Rodeo! Look at the audience!
But the idea's been underwater for about 20 years. And surfaced
Whoa!
recently when the Commission of Visitors Bureau asked me to come up with some unique ideas for how we can showcase the great assets of our region.
Exactly.
And what better asset, we've got the hidden treasure, our Grand River.
Very true, the heart of downtown, throughout the whole city.
It's gorgeous. You know, Texas is known for rodeos, for cowboys. Michigan, we've got rivers, lakes, streams. One in 10 people on a boat in Michigan.
I'm trying to be one of those 1 in 10. I've got a pontoon and a raft. Does that count? No, not in
No.
day.
But, you know, a couple years ago, I got this 11-foot little plastic boat, and my God, I told everybody when my ship came in.
There you go. to quote Roy Schneider, Chief Brody, we're going to need a bigger boat. Nice little Jaws reference. But thankfully no sharks in the Grand River, so you don't have to worry about that. But there is plenty of fish, and there is so much interest casually of people who do it, and now they're going to have a chance to do it kind of professionally with great prizes and fun too.
Right. We have lots of big prizes. We have fishing competition. In fact, we're adding a few thousand more fish to the river, so big prizes for the competition. Kayak and canoe racing, a tattoo contest, a fish tattoo contest.
You're entering that one, aren't you, John?
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course,
Big barracuda across your shoulders.
at least.
Boat rides, all kinds of boats to ride, so you can really experience the river and the
Exactly.
city from the river perspective. The Department of Natural Resources have 25 different exhibits that they've organized with all different kinds of organizations, conservation groups, fishing groups, and so forth. They're just great. You can get your fishing license right on site.
And literally anybody can fish.
That's right.
Any age, and this is for all ages, for the family. My version of fishing up until Terry told me about this was cheddar, hand and bag, into mouth. That's how I fish. I snack fish. I hope that's okay.
Anything you want to do.
That's an event. It could be an event.
That's right.
Snack fishing.
So Terry, you're going to have a lot of ways to lure people there.
That's right.
Boop.
I like how I wrote that one for you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And Terry, moving forward, because mid-June, this is happening, truly launching it, but it's going to continue.
This is what we're doing is we're testing the waters,
Yes, this guy's got them all today.
getting our feet wet and figuring out how to do this.
Oh.
But June 12th, 13th, and 14th, Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Father's Day weekend, Sunday. So a great thing to bring your father to as an early Father's Day gift. They can fishing or boating.
There you go. I remember when my dad first took me fishing, and I said, Dad, this looks a lot like the pond at the golf course. And he goes, well, that's how I learned how to fish, getting all my golf balls out of the pond. Then I got a fish accidentally one day, so I found it relaxing. So I said, thanks, Dad, I appreciate that. Now, the big question is, before we go, are there any prizes for people who find Asian carp? Because I know we've been trying to get rid of them in Michigan. Is there an Asian carp
I
hunt?
think there's an invasive species tattoo, like temporary tattoo that you can get that one of the organizations is doing. So yeah, there's something along that line. And also how to clean your boats and prevent them from coming in.
Forget the
But
barracuda.
the fishing contest, U.S. Fisheries and Wildlife, they're organizing all the fishing competitions, and go to GrandAmericanFishRodeo.com.
There you go.
All the rules and regulations are there, the details of the schedule's there, and we've also got a lot more. We have a watering hole.
Literally and figuratively.
So, if you want to have a good beverage, you can come to the watering hole. And, of course, great bands like Dial Dixie.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because Dial Dixie will be coming up after the break on the Evan Michael Show, performing here with us, and then headlining at the Grand American Fish Rodeo. Mr. Terry, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we hope to reel you in mid-June. And the band played on all year long. We have treated audiences a small bit on the show, but for those who've come out and been a part of the studio audience here at the Peppermint Creek Theater, to the world-class city band. And it's my pleasure, John Dale Smith, to have you introduce the crew one more time, and then talk a little bit about your classic sound, some of the great partnerships and events that you guys are doing. And then we'll get to actually hear them on the TV show in full, ladies and gentlemen. No more clips, no more teasers.
Well, let me introduce the guys. I'll start down to that end. Bronny Brown is on the sax, clarinet, flute. Brad Fowler on trumpets. Jonathan Smith, percussion. Yes, he's right. Rick Cody back in the corner there on the drum kit. Don Stokey on electric guitar. Gary Krause, bass guitar and vocals. And yours truly. Most of us have been together for, I don't know, 20, 25 years. 75 years, yeah. And we play a lot of outdoor concerts and special events. And
you've also partnered up with a lot of local high schools and middle schools and up-and-coming junior performers to give them some real-world professional experience.
That's right. We get invited to some of the Jazz Fest activities at some of these high schools, and we get to have some tutoring going on as they perform. So I know that Brad and Bronny have done that often. So.
Yeah, we featured one of their segments earlier in the season from Hazlitt when we had a big jazz night out there. And of course you might remember Brad from our Wharton Center show, our Broadway show, and our New Year's Eve show. So great to have you guys back. And John Dale, a little bit about the type of music that the world-class city band has made their own, because audiences here are rocking out. You can make people chair dance. Not many people can chair dance. But the world-class city band.
Evan, can you show us exactly what that chair dance is?
Well, this is, without getting too close to the edge, but, the chair dance starts off like, just starts off just the head bob. And before you know it, you've worked the head bob into the snap, and then the shoulders are going. And then before you know it, you got the pop up and down, and then you realize that you shouldn't, and then, no, I'll just stand. And no, I better sit because it's an audience. So then you got the up and down going. Only a certain type of music can get. And it's your music.
Watching you do that reminds me of Elaine on Seinfeld when she's dancing.
Can you play Witchy Woman?
Yeah.
All you have to do is a George before the end of the show, and I'll have the whole cast impersonate it.
Well, anyway, with this band, we can do 50s, 60s, 70s. We do big band on request. We can just do about anything other than, of course, rap and some of the real contemporary stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Although Jerry has done a lot of rapping.
He's done, especially at Christmas time.
Exactly.
Especially at Christmas time. Am I spelling that incorrectly? I'm thinking of a different type of rap. What are you going to play for us right now?
We're going to play a tune dedicated to you, actually. It's called Some Kind of Wonderful.
Oh my goodness. If the lyrics are edited, folks, we'll know why.
Yeah.
Mr. John Dale Smith, the World Class City Band! Welcome back to the Evan Michael Show. One more time for Mr. John Dale Smith of the World Cup. John Dale, I was hoping, if you don't mind, because our next segment coming up has a song that is attached to it. Maybe I could join the band.
What would you do with me?
Well, I would like to clean your keyboard. That's exactly
Okay.
what I meant. To clean and polish the
We
keyboard.
can arrange that. Can you do that after the show's
Is that
over?
all right? Thank you. Oh, no, I was thinking we sing a show tune, an old school show tune.
Okay, we can do that. If you want to do it now?
I've got one in mind.
And am I supposed to know what it is?
No, I was thinking I would just tell you. How about
Okay.
that? What do you think? Because of the Acts of Culture project, it involves a certain outfit. It involves a certain top hat, nice tie, and tails. And I think there's a song with all three of those fashionable accessories written into the lyrics.
Then we should do the song we rehearsed.
Yes! No, let's just pick up a random song. Let's play something from The Who.
Are you ready?
Let's go for it, Mr. John Dale Smith of the World Class Band. I just got an invitation to function. The president requested this summer it's warm on top hat, one time tails. Nothing out the tip without myself. Because I'm invited my cat in the summer, top hat, one time tails. Top hat, and tie it on the right side. Yes, sir. Backstage. This is more Les Mis top hat than go to a ball top hat.
It looks nice.
Remember when James Bond used to always walk in, with the bowler cap? Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Monday, Monday. Oh! Son of Rollins! As the whole set just falls. Like
Fortunately, James Bond did that pretty well.
Who needs 007 when there's 007? Thank you. Thank you very much. I ran for middle school treasurer using that slogan. Almost had a Watergate scandal. It was awful. Don't break into the school store with Democrats. That's what I learned. Don't break into the school store with Democrats. Use the Tea Party for that. The Tea Party. They'll help you break down. Here's the Tea Party.
So moving along, Evan.
Yeah, the Acts of Culture. If only that happened to Watergate. If only we could have moved that along. Acts of Culture through CATA. CATA, one of our sponsors, the Capital Area Transportation Authority. And why we sang Top Hat, White Tie, and Tails is because all this summer long, if you're on a CATA bus and you happen to see yours truly wearing said top hat, said white tie or nice tie, if I can't get a white tie, I'll wear a nice tie, and the tails, you'll know that a performance is about to break out at the bus stop. Either a song, either a dance, a comedian, a band performing, and it will be a random act of culture. All throughout the city, all throughout mid-Michigan, random days all summer long. It's to show people that the performing arts means so much to all of us, that we all love it, and that it is truly everywhere throughout our region. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
The music starts, the bus stops, and the people stepping off can soon start stepping to the beat.
Kansas City, here I come.
You've arrived in time for the CATA Acts of Culture, a new and entertaining initiative traveling across the capital region thanks to the Capital Area Transportation Authority.
Wow. And that wow factor is what we're talking about.
CATA CEO Sandy Dragoo says it's a simple concept. Riders and all those around a selected bus stop experience live entertainment from mid-Michigan performers like Mike Scory and Friends and Fantasia Folklorico.
All of us, in so many ways, are really trying to make this region alive. vibrant, be something different.
A wonderful idea, and what a great way to surprise the community.
A community that veteran bus driver Lamar Bragg says can now discover top area talent when the spotlight shines near the stoplight.
I do believe it would be a win-win for both. Hey, maybe even the driver will get to stop and check it out. Who knows?
I think we can let you do that for a little bit.
Everybody laughs and you know, they do their act.
An act of culture that could soon be showing up and sounding off at a CATA bus stop near you. Glad to tune you into some good news.
I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie blues.
We are thrilled to have on stage now Mr. Mike Scory, Joe Wright, Jordan Batterby, and Lisa Bonato. Here's why. Stars of Jazz and Blues Fest and almost every other music festival that you have heard in the capital region and even statewide. They have headlined at venues downtown, in Old Town, in the New Town, in the town that hasn't even been invented yet. They're just all over town, and they're also the area's newest country band. Let's give it up for Dial Dixie!
I feel a strain, I'm
microphone.
Nice.
I know. It's the Mike Story microphone, the Mike Story phone.
I can't lose it. It's big enough where I can't lose it.
I know it is. It's old school. I love the lyrics to that song. You talked about fishing in the crawfish. I think that's what Terry's going to be doing for the Grand American Fish Rodeo.
That's
You're
true.
headlining
Yeah.
one of the big bands.
Thursday night.
There you go. And Mike, I love the fact that you've got all sounds covered. You got the jazz sound down, Root Doctor, you got blues down. What was it like going and partnering up with Dial Dixie for country?
Well, it's been exciting. It was actually the brainchild of Lisa Bonato, and she thought it would be a great idea to get me and Joe together, although we walk in slightly different worlds. After a little bit, we figured out we could do it, and then we're doing it. But it's a learning curve, you know. It is for me. Oh, it's way fun.
Yeah. And that, you brought up a great point, and I think, Lisa, you can echo this, is the fact that just because it's country, and just because it's jazz, and just because it's blues, it doesn't mean that it's all connected, and that you can share in the rhythm, the storytelling, and the vibe behind it.
Yeah. Joe's been a country musician for 10 years here, at least, around town playing. So we rely on him, you know, to be the musical director here and tell us when I'm doing right or not.
I'm Dale Smith of Dial Dixie.
I guess so.
I guess so. He's like, oh no, I really did I get stuck with that role?
Oh.
How excited are you, Joe, to be a part of the first ever Grand American Fish Rodeo?
I think it's cool. I think it's cool that, you know, we got asked. I mean, it's sweet to be in Dial Dixie. I do a solo thing around town a lot, you know, a bunch of gigs, but it's neat to be in a band, you know, especially when someone else has to run it. That's the best part.
Exactly, and the songs you sing, the songs you guys are singing fit perfectly into the event too.
Oh, yeah.
That's that whole mentality.
We have all the other bands lined up, you know. We could open for Chris Hitchcock, which he's one of my good friends. He's awesome, so.
And Lisa, you're the only girl. You got to keep all these guys in check. How do you do it?
It's hard work.
It's full-time job.
Somebody got to do it.
You got your cowboy boots on.
I
though.
do.
She's ready.
I'm
She can do it,
girl.
folks. She can do it. Talk to us a little bit about the community work. Acts of Culture, you guys performed in that, and now on the road for the Fish Rodeo. How integral is it to be out in the community celebrating this sound?
I think it's wonderful. I think country music translates to all ages, all kinds of people. I think it's very, it's a music that all people can relate to, and a story that most people can, hey, I've been there. So it's exciting, and we did participate on Saturday and be a tourist in your own town, which is part of that, which is a great time.
That's right. For those of you, we'll show behind the scenes clip a little bit later in the show, but people who got off at the Capital Area Transportation Authority Hub, our first Grand Acts of Culture. I'm dressed up like Fred Astaire, and then they're all looking awesome, singing tunes for our Acts of Culture. Right after the break, how about you guys come back and share with us another country story in song form? Sound good?
Absolutely.
Jordan, you doing okay back there? They put poor Jordan in the corner and didn't give him a microphone, but the thumbs up is all we needed. We hope you'll give us a thumbs up and stay right here. One more time, Dial Dixie, and let's have a grand day, Mr. Mike Story. Let's have a grand day.
when the lights go down around that city. There's no tonight, there's that sky. I've been missing home. Yeah, I've been missing home. Out there on the highway, out there on the open road. Ooh, there is the road, head down to New Orleans. I should have never out the night time, out there with the boys I love. Everybody rolling, turning down the street. I'm in town rolling all around the glory, and that crescent road, highway red. You'll be real, gonna keep me spinning all my day. Out there on the highway, out there on the highway, out there on the open road. Head down to New Orleans. I should have never out the night time, out there with the boys I love. Everybody running down the street. Can't get me out there on the out there on the highway.
Welcome back to the Evan Michael Show. What a show it's been. What a season it has been. Mr. John Dale Smith, big thanks to you and the world-class City Band, of course. Thank you, Evan. And thanks to all of our talented guests today, Mr. Terry Terry, Dial Dixie, and the Grand American Fish Rodeo series over here. We should have brought some fishing poles in. In fact, everyone is connected on stage right now to a theme that we've been drawing upon throughout the show, the CATA Acts of Culture. I told you a little bit about it before, how we'll be randomly appearing through a CATA bus stop and on the CATA bus, dressed up and entertaining you. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be terrific.
Dare I say, I'm glad we're on board with CATA. Yeah, I had to get one more in there. I think our pun total, though, for the season is 36,409. I do believe a pun count.
All but three.
All but three. I know. So before we go, one more shout out to Terry Terry, the Grand American Fish Rodeo. Why is this going to work for Lansing?
It's unique, it's different, and it's going to get people's attention, so take the bait.
There you go. Take the bait. Also, because it's got Mr. Mike Story involved.
Yeah, I'll be there. Not only me, but there's a great lineup of evening entertainment
Exactly.
all week. And we got headliners coming in, local, regional acts. You want to see them all.
And you'll see them here first, and then when they go out and have big careers all over the country, they'll be talking about coming to Lansing. They'll be talking about their first annual Grand American Fish Rodeo. And one more time, let's get the phrase out there.
Have a grand day. You better believe it. Thank you guys so much. And thank all of you in the studio audience. We've certainly had a grand season here on the Evan Michael Show. We're coming back in the fall with all new special surprises for you. Some comedy skits, some brand new entertainment, and a new exciting partnership to announce. On behalf of John Dale Smith and the World Class City Band, a big thank you to our sponsors this year. Cue the theme music, Mr. John Dale Smith.
The Evan Michael Show is filmed on location at the Peppermint Creek Theater Company. Find us online at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or give us a call at 517-927-3016. Our theater address is 625 Furry Lane in Lansing.